Look at a map of the Russian Federation, and the sheer size is staggering. It is the largest country on Earth. But that scale hides a massive logistical flaw. This map shows where people live and work. The population and heavy industry are packed into a tiny western corridor. To get goods from those hubs to the ocean, you must cross thousands of miles of empty land to eastern exits like Vladivostok. Moving heavy cargo across that distance internally is slow, expensive, and incredibly inefficient. This internal geography is a major problem for global trade. If you want to sell oil on the open market, you almost certainly need access to the Indian Ocean. Right now, that single body of water handles roughly 70% of all major oil shipments worldwide. Russia has an abundance of natural resources, but its own geography is a bottleneck. Without a highly efficient way to move those resources out of the Western industrial zone and into the Indian Ocean, the economy is effectively trapped. Traditionally, a cargo ship leaving Western Russia would sail south, heading through the Red Sea and navigating the narrow Bab el-Mandeb Strait to reach the Indian Ocean. Today, that route is highly insecure. Armed rebel groups in Yemen consistently target commercial shipping, turning the strait into a high-risk zone where cargo is likely to be attacked. The only real maritime alternative is to go the long way around. A ship has to sail through the Strait of Malacca, up across the South China Sea, and navigate the Bering Strait just to reach Russian ports. The extra fuel and time required make this detour financially ruinous for bulk exports. The primary sea doors are either compromised by conflict or completely impractical because of distance. Russia can no longer rely on the oceans to move its goods to the buyers who need them. Because the sea routes are failing, Moscow's deputy prime minister recently floated an aggressive alternative: build a direct overland railway connecting Russia straight into India. Russian statecraft has focused on securing a warm water port on the Indian Ocean for centuries, an ambition that has shaped the country's foreign policy since long before the modern era. Western intelligence agencies have tracked this ambition for decades. A declassified CIA report from 1979 explicitly notes that the USSR historically has sought access to the Persian Gulf and the Indian Ocean to secure their geopolitical influence. During the 19th century, the British Empire used military and diplomatic force to block Russian expansion into Afghanistan and Iran. Now, the modern Russian Federation is trying to finish that push by laying down steel tracks. The route begins in Moscow, traveling south to the Caspian Sea. From there, trains cross Turkmenistan, Iran, Afghanistan, and Pakistan, entering the massive Indian market. A more direct route through Kazakhstan and Tajikistan theoretically bypasses Iran, aiming for Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. That bypass is currently impossible to build. Territorial disputes make it a diplomatic dead end, and extreme mountain ranges make rapid railway construction physically unworkable. The rugged topography forces the plan south. To escape its landlocked isolation, Russia has to rely on the Iran, Afghanistan, and Pakistan corridor as its only realistic physical path. A functional railway here creates a highly lucrative pipeline. Russia could export massive volumes of crude oil and heavy defense hardware straight to Indian buyers with zero maritime delays. Sending goods entirely overland removes the oceans from the equation. It means Western navies can no longer intercept, inspect, or blockade Russian cargo ships at strategic sea choke points. Because it neutralizes their primary method of enforcing sanctions, the United States and the United Kingdom will heavily oppose the construction of this rail line. This railway serves as a strategic pivot, designed to move Russia's primary export economy away from the oceans and into a land corridor where Western navies have no jurisdiction. Moscow is now aggressively marketing this proposal to the Indian government, positioning it as a key agenda item for the upcoming BRICS summit. Vladimir Putin's scheduled visit puts the project at the center of the bilateral relationship. If India agrees, they run into an immediate financial and political problem. Using this rail line requires paying substantial, ongoing transit fees directly to Pakistan. More critically, it ties India's economic supply chain to hundreds of miles of remote, poorly secured territory. A single terrorist attack on this transit corridor could sever the trade link instantly. The railway offers India a direct line to discounted energy and weapons. But to get them, New Delhi has to link its economy to a highly volatile region, solving Russia's geographical problem while taking on massive security risks of its own.